Working on reviews. And it's 9:34 in the morning here in Kingston, Illinois. Figured I'd start my day with a little breakfast and some Assassin's Creed. So hopefully you guys don't mind if I eat my breakfast while I play a little. And we start with the lady that's howling at the moon.
Blessings to you, Two Legs. I am Zoe, daughter of Artemis. Thanks for freeing me from the Stone Dwellers earlier.
Two Legs? As opposed to what?
Our four-legged brothers and sisters, of course. We are all equal. Our souls are the same.
I haven't put much thought into that.
You should. We both have animal instincts.
I learn new things every day. Who are these people you call Stone Dwellers?
They came from the west years ago, and cut down our forests and dug up our earth to build their stone buildings.
You seem to be in a tight spot. Looked like you could use a hand.
I was outnumbered. No room to run. Now that I'm free, I can plan our revenge against the Stone Dwellers.
Our revenge? Who else is involved?
My four-legged brothers and sisters, the woodland creatures. We'll have our revenge on the Stone Dwellers who steal from our island.
The Stone Dwellers have many weapons and defenses. They won't be easy targets.
That's why I need my furry friends. Will you free them like you freed me? In return for your help, I'll give you my finest bow.
Oh, why not?
Animals should not be caged.
I knew we were kindred spirits. My four-legged brethren are held in 2 camps in the deforested area. Release them all so they may run free once again.
Consider it done.
Yeah, this lady is normal.
Is in the deforested area.
Affluence Bay and Chios, a few of them are caged at the Antilles, some are held captive at logging camps. Alright. I bet you these wolves are going to attack me at some point. Alright, so. Can be found in Affluence Bay and Chios. Well, that narrows it down. A few of them are caged at the Antigenes camp. Some are held captive at logging camps. Well, that really doesn't narrow it down. So, we might as well start to the left and make our way. Oh, look, I'm close to my target. What do you know?
The logging camp.
Well, that narrows it down. Good.
This must be the logging camp. Where
You mean
could the cages be?
I'd kind of like to do this without taking anybody out, but
These wolves will want blood once released. I should be careful.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them free.
Easy. 4 legs. I'm a friend of Zoe's.
This beast must die! You have no chance! Victory!
Nice, 4 legs. Don't bite. I'm here to free you.
I could use some help over here.
Some of those wolves should have gotten out of here, right? Oh no, they're all like dead. I wonder if it still counts. She'd be like, all the fucking wolves are dead.
The camp.
Okay, well I guess this time I better kill everybody first. Jesus Christ. And let's switch my weapons back, because that was for the underwater stuff.
These wolves will want blood once released. I should be careful.
Stop the fucking whistling!
Stop that fucking whistling.
Stay right there!
Guess I better take a look.
Guess you better.
Huh?
Easy. 4 legs. I'm a friend of Zoe's.
Took care of that guy. Didn't even know he was there.
Zoe will want to know that all the wolves are free.
Alright. I guess some of them alive is better than none. Plus we took out another bounty hunter, so pretty successful. And this will take care of another quest that's been sitting in my queue for like a long ass time.
I've done what you asked. Your family is free.
Many thanks to you, warrior of Artemis. You're worthy of this bow. May the whole world know of your deeds.
I'll make the most of it.
Let's find these cultists. Oh, that's right. That was near Messenia. This one just tells me, like, I need to enjoys the company of Heterae, continue your Odyssey. Like, under this guise of a slovenly drunk wearing a helmet twice the size of his head and riding in the chambers of Heterae, our blood-blood R would seem almost comical if he weren't deadly. Maybe it just means I gotta, like, follow the story? I'm thinking is what it's telling me. Weakening the Obsidian Islands will draw Sokos into a naval battle. Okay, the Obsidian Islands. Don't see them. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, I haven't even been over here, so it's like, maybe it's over there, but... And this guy hangs out in Messenia, so I'm thinking, I guess we're kind of screwed right now. So I guess we're gonna have to follow the story. Make it sound like it's a terrible thing to do. Alright, well, let's at least go to Odyssey. So, Monger down. Oh, yeah! I was supposed to take this guy out a long time ago. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're in Corinth. Yeah. And of course, I didn't... Oh, but this will take us back there. Maybe we'll find that dude with the giant head. Because this guy hangs out with the prostitutes. They call him Heterae. It's just a nice fancy word for prostitute. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. She really is like Wonder Woman at that point. Like, all she needs to be able to do is fly.
I don't want to be spotted here.
Pardon me.
An Athenian on Spartan ground. Don't suppose a spy like you might need my help.
I've been working to gain intel for Athens as the porter for the Spartan in charge of supplies and troops moving into the area.
Have you learned anything interesting?
I've learned that he's a bastard, and I've learned where we can hit him.
You need me to deal with him.
Then you understand.
Sounds like you can stop worrying. I've taken care of everything.
Well met. You're a true warrior, Mistios, and you've earned this.
Happy to help.
Well, that's fun. Being able to take care of the mission before you even did it. Alright, screw this. I gotta get on my horse and get... I have to open up the frickin' fast travel to this place. Because this is ridiculous. Brr. Something tells me that this Monger guy might just be the guy I've been looking for, the guy with the giant helmet and shit. Upskirt. Woo. Wow, this sacred cave is awfully close to the rest of everything else.
So it is you, a demigod in the soot and shit streets of Corinth? Killing my men, helping those fucking parasites?
That's me.
Ah, arrogant, just like your mother.
Uh-oh. He knew her mom.
You'll never rule these streets, you pig!
Oh, you bet your pretty face I will.
Get your filthy hands!
And when I do, I'll rip your fucking head right off and send it to the cult as proof.
I wish there was an option to cut heads off in this game. I know that sounds awful, but it would look pretty cool.
What? You knew?
Oh, I fucking knew her all right. She was big fucking trouble. But I'll pay her back. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna find your mother and bring her your fucking head. Demos will wish she was watching this.
Not if I bring her yours first.
Get the fuck out of my city.
It's not yours anymore.
Get the fuck off my
Oh, he is.
streets.
Haha, cool. Sweet. Oh, that's not who I was looking for, but we'll take it.
You're going to fight me? You're fucking crazy!
Bet you regret causing trouble. I expected more from you. Is that all? You fire! Your form is buried!
I gotta be better at blocking here. Because honestly, these guys are nothing. There's just a lot of them.
You won't survive!
Wish I could have been there to watch Demos break your neck.
Why isn't he all
Don't
fucked
make
up
me
looking
laugh.
though?
Wait! No! The people of Corinth must see him die.
Anthusa,
Take him out of here and bring him to the theater. Show everyone his cowardice.
no. You wanted him dead. Here he is.
It's a shame that people don't get to see him bleed. His cries should have rung out across the city.
He's dead. I've delivered. Your turn.
Yes, you're right. He's dead. Take his body to the square. Let the people get a last good look at him. As for you, Cassandra, I owe you information. We'll talk about your mother, just not here.
I don't like this chick always like telling me like when I get the information. But because I almost feel like she's gonna double cross me. But who knows? I think that's just the game though. You get so many people like crisscrossing and shit that
I can't give you enough thanks for what you've done. And for once, I can also thank Alcibiades. He sent you here, after all.
There's more to him than meets the eye.
He knew you could save Corinth from that beast.
Everybody benefits. Everybody wins.
You've proven to be a very valuable business partner.
Speaking of business, you owe me, Anthusha.
Yes, Mirini. She came and left Corinthia in a flurry, but made an impression on me. Like a great storm.
I remember that part of her well.
A strong woman with great intensity. She wanted to find her place here in Corinth, but never found what she was looking for.
You speak of her kindly. You were her friend.
Perhaps on the surface, but she had a great pain in the middle of her that no one could get to.
How did you come to know her?
There was so much rain that night. I saw her, sleeping in the streets, and gave her shelter.
She was a vagrant? I wonder what my father would think of that.
I didn't know what happened to her. All she told me was that she'd left the place that tore her apart. Sparta.
Did she find work?
She kept to herself, with one eye always on the port. She could have stayed with us, but I think she was looking for something else.
Was there no mention of her past? A husband, family?
Nothing. Speaking of Sparta only brought her misery. It's like a part of her was missing.
After Corinth, where did she go?
That? I don't know.
She must have given you some hint.
I don't think even she knew where she was headed. All I know is she won a ship thanks to a lucky dice throw. Tyche owed her that much, at least. I remember the ship's name well. Siren Song.
Siren Song.
It was famous for weathering all that Poseidon threw in its path.
Thank you, Anthusha.
May the gods look well upon you, Cassandra. Visit me anytime. I'll catch you up on Corinth's affairs. It seems I have an interesting future ahead of me.
So do I.
Siren Song. If I can find someone who knows the ship,
I'll be one step closer to finding her.
Why the hell would I want his men as part of my crew? Hey, level 59. Awesome. Sage wants Brasidas dead. The sage is a person of great wealth. How can there only be 3 clues? I've gotten 4 of the damn guys. So he's a ship captain, so that means he's near Messenia, right? But that means he's out. That means he's out here. And if I go there, maybe if I go looking for trouble. I'm sure that'll all work out great. Alright, so we're gonna go to the docks. Oh, we've been here too. Damn, right out of my reach. Also, let's do something about our ship. Oh man, we don't have enough money. Wow, that's gonna take a lot of money. Yep. Let's beef up our stamina. Let's beef up our this. Let's beef up that. Let's beef up that. Let's do that again. Do that again. Do that again. Most people are done for.
Let's go, Phobos.
Ah, damn. Alright, I think I better save, because if this is where we get our asses handed to us. What's up, DJ? I want to be able to know that this is a place to restart, just in case this guy, actually find this guy.
Get in position to sail!
Welcome back.
Because this guy might be too much for me to handle, or at least the ship to handle. But that's why I upgraded the ship, so hopefully we can... You're on your Netflix? Yeah, you know what? I started watching Dracula. And while part of it's kind of like shit I've seen before, it's also kind of cool.
We should pick up that salvage.
Benchwarmers too. There's nothing wrong with watching a little comedy. I can only watch, I'm only watching stuff that I know I won't review. And since I'm taking a break, it's like, all I'm gonna want to do is make reviews, and since I don't trust my reviews right now, I'm sticking to something like Dracula. I could watch A Million Ways to Die in the West, if somebody had it for me to watch, but I gotta be careful with my money right now. I've gotta buy, I gotta buy a title for my car, and I gotta get new license plates for it and everything, so can't really... Ooh, I wonder if that's him. It's turning. They're turning right towards us. Alpha Heavy, try me.
Get the oars out! Go! Get your weapons ready! Archers, get ready! Getting in position! Let's move! Race! Let's go! Give us a chance to reload! A miss! More speed!
There's like a shark riding that wave.
Ready for impact! Fast as we can! We didn't hit! Archers! Ready yourselves! Release! Reloading! Rowers! Go! Lucky we got increase speed! Boarders with me! Let's bring them back!
Which Dracula you like, the 1970s? No, I'm watching there's a new Netflix show called Dracula. But when it comes to Dracula, I don't know. Like, I like I like the one that's, with Gary Oldman. I don't really like the old movies. Old movies just kind of creep me out. But the new one's directed and created by the people who did Sherlock, so I'm pretty liking that. Vampire in Brooklyn, shit, man, I haven't seen that in forever. I like that because it was Eddie really taking a chance. Like he was really doing something different there. Okay, so that wasn't the guy. But at least we know our ship can handle it. I love the Lost Boys. I like a good vampire story. I mean, unfortunately, there just aren't a lot of them. There's a lot of vampire stories, but just not a lot of really good ones. From Dusk Till Dawn is fucking amazing. I love that movie. I know that that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I dig that movie. I think it's like part Pulp Fiction, part vampire movie. All the lines are good. Total Tarantino script. What else do I like for vampire movies? Ah, jeez. I haven't seen the Twilight movies. I won't see them. It's a running joke on the channel. If anybody wants me to watch Twilight and review it, it costs $100 a movie. That is not an exaggeration. That is how much it would cost for me to watch any of those movies. Wonder who that guy is out there. I mean, come on, even the actors now in those movies are like, you know, they talk about it like, hell no, like, I don't want to. I mean, it gave them their start. You know, a lot of actors have to start somewhere, but it's like, did you really have to start there, though? That's always the thing. The thing about actors that I always think about is like, there's that line, or there's the joke about how all, you know, like actors are whores, and because they go out to Hollywood, you know, and they just basically, you know, you either become a prostitute on the streets, or you become a prostitute for the studios, and well, I don't think that's a completely fair example. I do think that there is a little bit of, you know, they say, oh, well, I have, you know, an actor X and I got to take the roles. And, you know, it's just like, well, it's like anything else. Like, what do you want to do to be famous? What are you willing to do to be famous? You know?
Sails down! Get the oars ready! Get in position! Sailing speed! More oars! Everyone ready for impact! Here we go! Ready to shoot! Well aimed! Light your arrows!
Man, we are fucking this guy up.
Let's see how they like flame!
Holy shit, man. We took them down like nothing.
More battles like that. Nothing the Odyssey can handle.
Ready yourselves for boarding! On my lead!
Bad luck to kill a seabird. Everything's bad luck at some point. Pattinson is one of the best actors alive, if you say so. I think he's alright. I think he's better than what he's done, I'll say that. Uh-oh, maximum capacity reached again. Good lord, I got a lot of shit. Like, what is it that I have so much of? I guess I got a lot of boots. Alright, I guess I might as well start dismantling even some of these, huh? I try to sell the rare stuff, so maybe I need to go to a blacksmith and get rid of some of this stuff. The Rock and Eddie Murphy are way better than Patterson. Well, that's okay. So we're definitely getting into matters of perspective now, because it all comes to personal taste, really. You know, because The Rock and Robert Pattinson, The Rock, Eddie Murphy, and Robert Pattinson couldn't be any more different in their acting. Like, these are all completely different like, I know they're completely different people and all that, but, like, completely different, like, types of people. I wonder who that is. Well, we should go after that guy. That's like, you know, saying, you know, one person saying, oh, I think Martin Scorsese's the best director, and then the next person saying, I think James Cameron's the best director. It's like, wow. Like, yeah, I mean, it's they're completely different. But it's like, again, all art and everything is about perspective and what you like, and you know.
Look at that! I can hardly believe we're this close.
Force now! Get ready to fight! Now! Attack!
We are ready to light them! Lose another round!
Head for overwater! Onward! Ready, go, go! Make them burn! More speed!
We need to watch those fire attacks! Watch out! They are trying to hit us!
No, that was us hitting them, dude.
Ready!
The wind took that one!
We'll make them burn!
Well, Commander, we live to sail!
No, it proves it to you, Rich. It proves it to you. Okay? We're getting into opinions here, not facts. Those are your opinions. Just like how I don't agree with that, in my opinion, that The Rock and Eddie Murphy are the best, but I do think they're good, just as like I think Robert Pattinson and all of them are good. But I don't think any one thing proves it to anyone but you and anybody else that agrees with you. I respect your opinion, but I respectfully say I don't agree with it, but I don't even know anymore who is the best anymore. Because honestly, it's just, I don't really feel like it matters that much. I think there's just a bunch of people I like, or people I don't like. Well, I don't know about all that, but I just think that, you know, everything has to be, like, I've been thinking about just the way we talk about things, and it's like, yeah, you know, if you really like Robert Pattinson, great, but if you're, you know, like, I also kind of question people's motives behind what they say, because, you know, I know Richard's a big DC fan, and they've got him playing Batman, and he's been talking him up like he's going to be the second coming, when we haven't even seen a trailer or the movie yet. So, you know, I do think Good Time, I agree, Good Time is he acted his heart out. The Rover also is a really good acting movie, and as soon as I see The Lighthouse, I'll say that he's say that he continues to be a good actor. The Rock for me, he's good at what he does. Same as how Eddie Murphy, man, I remember when Eddie Murphy was like the goddamn man. He's kind of returning to form, but all those guys are good at what they do. In their, like, Rock has got that. He's the guy of this time. He's the guy for this time period. Like, just like Harrison Ford was like the billion-dollar actor in the 80s, in the early 90s. Now we've got this whole different kind of. Man, how's this guy have so many fire arrows? No. I know they're not the best. I'm saying like you didn't say that. Like you just were bringing them up. Like you clearly really like them. They are the best at what they do right now. Like they're clearly that's what people are responding to. Do you know what I mean? In a lot of ways, that best changed so much. Everything changes like all the freaking time in Hollywood. So like, you know, who knows what the next 5 years will look like, you know. People will be like, remember when The Rock was in it, you know, in a bunch of movies? You know. It also depends on what country you're in too, you know, like their stars are like rock stars over there and got, you know, they're like the Beatles. Damn, man, I reached maximum capacity again. What the hell? I'm picking up too much shit. I was hoping I'd have found this guy by now. Instead, I'm just taking out a bunch of pirate ships. Oh. Hey. Rock always he makes fun movies. I really liked, my favorite Rock movie, I think, is The Rundown. Just because it was kind of like, he was a badass, but like he was a fish out of water at the same time. Like, he didn't know everything. You know, he went in, he kind of got in above his head, and even Sean William Scott kind of like, their kind of chemistry was kind of funny together. But most of the movies that The Rock's in now, I just don't see because I don't really like that kind of movie. But that's just me. Pluto Nash, man, that was like when Bill Cosby was making movies like Ghost Dad and these kind of ambitious ideas that just fell flat with audiences. What was that other one? Like the Leonard Part 6 was a Bill Cosby movie. I remember that was supposed to be like huge, and like Bill Cosby was one of those guys who just never could translate well. Like his comedy, his stand-up was good, but his movies were bad. But somehow, and I think he was trying to compete with Eddie Murphy in a way, but Eddie Murphy's Dolomite movie was pretty good. German movies are cancer. Well, I like that show Dark that's on Netflix. That's German. That was pretty good.
Raise the sail! Set fire to the arrows! Get them! Attack!
Oh, that ship is running for its life. Benchwarmers is the adult version of Part 1. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Shit. Didn't even have to kick that guy off. You have to disagree on good actors being subjective? Good lord, Richard, that's like saying opinions are facts. Because basically when you use the word subjective, it's about opinions. And everybody's opinion is subjective. And if you live in absolutes, well then you're talking like, you know, not to make a Star Wars reference, but then you're in Sith territory. and only Siths deal in absolutes. Oh wow, I can't even go over here. I just reached the end of the map. Well, let's not get into a Bill Cosby debate today, because that one's like, you know, I'm not getting into that. I was just talking about his comedy. I wasn't talking about what he did or any of that. In fact, I think I pretty much made a point to just talk about his stand-up and his movies, so we don't need to bring up what's going on with him in real life. So guys, let's drop that before it gets any further, please. Everybody has the right to their opinion, but I'm gonna call an audible here and say we're not talking about that here right now. If you want to talk about their movies, great.
Battle positions! Ready yourself for impact! Keep up the speed! Rowers, go! Get ready to fire!
Attacca! On this!
Head for overwater! Increase speed!
Oh, these dudes are dead.
Arrows at the ready! Release now!
Back on safe waters!
Do I like Ice Cube movies? I like the first Friday. I love Boys in the Hood. What else was that? That one where he was, what was that one where he was, is it called Trespass? Or, trying to think of which one I'm thinking of. I liked Ice Cube before he started making family movies. Like, I still like the guy, but, you know, everybody starts to take the paycheck after a while. Even Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? Like, he started, you know, like, movies like Starsky and Hutch and shit. And hello, Desiree. Yes, I slept in too. Who said Coppola was a bad director? Anybody can say that somebody's a bad director. It just doesn't make it fact. Again, you're talking about taking away opinion and making something, you know, like, you're living in absolutes again. Like, everybody has the right to their opinion, it just doesn't make it fact. Facts are, the earth is round. That kind of thing. Like, I'll say Michael Bay's a bad director. Doesn't make it a fact. I just think he is. But see, now you're like almost in an enigma there. Like, if you like, you can like the movies and still think he's a bad director, I suppose. For me, that's a stretch, but that's your opinion, you know. Like, and like I said, I respect it, you know. What the hell's going on here? I just had like a little buffer. Doesn't matter if he was that was more than a cameo, but he was like a guest, you know, like he was in the credits, right? So and Starsky and Hutch actually admittedly was a bad example. I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of. No, you said same way you can't call Coppola a bad director. Like, anybody can call him a bad director if they want. Like, I can say You have bad opinions, Richard. Doesn't make it true. It just means that I think your opinions are bad. Because most of the time I do think your opinions are bad. But, you know, I'm surprised you even like my channel, Rich, because you don't seem to ever agree with anything I say. That's why I joked earlier, like a week or so ago, that I said you were trolling my channel, because I'm like, man, for somebody who like is always on my channel, you sure do like pretty much disagree with everything I say. All about the Benjamins. Haven't seen that in forever. And in fact, it's just, I don't know. I shouldn't say in fact. That's a phrase. That's a phrase that doesn't make sense when somebody says, well, in fact. When actually that's kind of like an oxymoron. But I guess the phrase, well, in opinion, doesn't sound as good. Where the hell am I? I am all over the map. Oh my god, I am way past the map. Holy shit, I just went on like a huge like trek somewhere else, and I never found the guy I was looking for. We need to turn back. I'm gonna put my point of entry like right there. See if I can turn this ship around. You agree more on more than you realize? Well, it doesn't show, but that's okay. And I don't mean to say that anybody should be here just to agree with me. Because I'm a big snob. Like all these movies, like the DJs rattling off, like Biker Boys and things like that. Those are all movies that I liked or would have liked when I was younger, and now I'm much more of I like more movies like you said, like The Lighthouse and The Irishman and things like that, where like when I review like a superhero movie or something, I'm like, oh good, I get to talk about superhero movies or a Star Wars thing. Or, you know, I love talking about Batman the Animated Series, but the reviews, like the movie reviews that I do, only ones that I'm really proud of are the ones that are like for movies like The Irishman and The Lighthouse, when I get to do it someday, and like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like I like to actually review films, not movies. And in my opinion, I do think there's a distinction between movies and films. As far as like categorizing them, if you want to categorize them, like all of them are movies and all of them are films. But like I agree kind of with what Scorsese says about like I don't agree. I think his opinion is like it's worded strangely, but I get where he's coming from. Like he sees where the movie industry is headed towards only huge blockbusters in the theaters, and it's going to be hard pressed to find, you know, original movies that people go to see in the theater, because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, every Hollywood's ideas are all over," but we still go see the same movies over and over and over, and those are the ones that make money, and the ones that are original hardly make anything. So it's like this kind of weird ideal, you know, like people say they want original, but then they don't pay for original. They pay for the same thing. It's like why McDonald's is so popular, because people like that comfort of having familiarity and seeing and watching the same thing, versions of it over and over and over again. That's why on television you have, you know, like you keep seeing cop shows and lawyer shows and doctor shows, because that's what people actually want to see more than anything that's original. Think about like the best TV shows and how hard it is for them to stay on the air, because people say they want original, but they don't really mean it. they just want the same thing. Like, so they want another doctor show, but done like hey, let's make it where all the doctors are psychopaths or some shit like that. You know, it's just all people really want is small little twists on the things that they already love. Now, that's not all people. We're talking your average cinema and moviegoer. The average vanilla
Waters, Commander.
the average vanilla audience member who makes up the majority of the dollars that go into Hollywood. Now, I do believe people like you, Rich. You know, I can tell by like some of the stuff that he likes that he's not just an average moviegoer. Your average moviegoer isn't going to go see The Lighthouse or talk about The Lighthouse or A Good Time or things like that. Your average moviegoer is going to think of Robert Pattinson and say, "Oh, he's just the guy from the Twilight movies." Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's like some straight to. I'm reading like off of what you're saying. I don't like Ghost of Mars. I've never seen Ghost of Mars. Wasn't that a John Carpenter movie?
Let's not try to start a revolt
But
while
there's
we're
some like
here.
stuff that only comes out on VHS because that's the only way they could sell it. I used to have like this VHS collection in the 90s that was like so many movies that nobody's ever fucking heard of. I used to be so proud of that, but then my like everything else I owned back then basically got stolen. There is a fast travel area around here somewhere. And Ghost of Mars, though, was that the one with Natasha Henstridge and Ice Cube? There it is, right behind me. Leprechaun in the Hood. I like Kick-Ass. The Descent. Oh no, you said it was decent. There's a lot of trash and original stuff. Sure. I mean, there is. I mean, but I still will say the best original idea is better than a seventh Transformers movie. Especially if somebody's trying. There's some movies that are out there that are original from people that are deluded to think that they're good filmmakers, you know, because everybody's like, I'm going to make a movie. Everybody has an idea, you know, oh, I'm going to make this movie, and it turns out to be crap sometimes. Which 007 era do I like? You know, I know it's cliche, but I mean, Connery and Craig. Connery and Craig. I thought Brosnan was okay, but those movies they just looked cheap to me. And I don't have that same feeling like about other people do about GoldenEye. I also like Timothy Dalton. Roger, like there's all like, every single one of those eras has at least one good movie. But Connery and Craig's, besides Quantum of Solace, I guess, I don't know, are all pretty solid movies. Well, Spectre also, I guess, isn't that great. But see, that proves it. Like, not every Connery one was good either. I don't know. Yeah, Ghost of Mars, again, interesting premise, poorly done. It feels like John Carpenter was kind of not trying. I don't know what. Didn't he also make a was it that vampires movie with James Woods? Holy crap! There's a lot of captains over here. All right. After this, I'm gonna sneak into this place, and then I'm gonna pause here, and then Anaconda. I haven't seen Anaconda in so long. I remember that, man. John Voight getting swallowed whole and everything. Oh, and then he spits the body out or shit, and he's still alive. But after I kill this guy, I'm gonna start playing my Leon playthrough on Resident Evil 2. Look at this guy just sitting right there. Peace out. Hi guys. See ya. Actually, I kind of want to kill a few bounty hunters.
Killing another mercenary always brings home the drachmae.
It's time! Have you held a weapon before?
All these guys are in my way. I'm trying to get to the bounty hunter. There we go. Ooh, yeah, I took out a level 60. Gotta be careful here. They're all fighting him. Oh shit. Holy shit, this is intense. Alright. 2 high-level bounty hunters gone. Now it's time to get the hell out of here. And find a good place to stop the stream. This is going to take a minute to get away from everybody. Oh shit, I ran into a post. Shit, stop. I keep running into posts because I'm reading the chat. Alright. I'm gonna fast travel and then I'm gonna let's go find somewhere to fast travel to. I might have some missions somewhere. Have I taken that place down? I don't know. Well, either way, I'm going to fast travel to this place, read the comments, and then we're going to go over to Resident Evil 2. The Fly, yeah, I saw The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. That was incredible body horror. Anaconda was not straight to VHS, but some of the other ones were. My 3 fave movies ever are 1, Evil Dead 2, Old Boy 2003, and The Lighthouse. Those are your 3 favorite evers. Wow. I mean, it's definitely a... Are you talking about the original Old Boy? I'm assuming you're talking about the original Old Boy, because I don't think the Josh Brolin one came out until like the last 10 years. But Old Boy is insane. Evil Dead 2 is really great. And again, as soon as The Lighthouse is available for rent at a cheap price, I'll be watching that. We never did get a Deadshot from Suicide Squad spinoff, and I don't think we will with Will Smith. Because I think Will Smith saw the writing on the wall for DC and knew that at the time they made Suicide Squad, I think he saw what Ben Affleck saw and was like, they don't really know what they're doing right now. And I think while they're still writing the ship, I don't think they're fully there yet. I think they've figured out Aquaman. I think they figured out Wonder Woman. And honestly, if they had just given another Superman movie a shot, I think they could have figured that out too. I don't think that the Batman's going to be good, but I also didn't think the Dark Knight was going to be any good with Heath Ledger as Joker. So I could be completely wrong. It's super weird that in Teen Titans and Titans the team suddenly changed with no explanation in the middle of the run. Did it? Oh my gosh, you guys. It just changed from 6 people in the chat to 66 comments. We just had 666. Look, oh my gosh, it just changed. Um, so that if that isn't, hey DJ, if that doesn't tell me I should probably get off this stream and start playing Resident Evil, then I don't know what does. Desiree says my all-time fave movies that I can see over and over without getting tired of them are Shaun of the Dead and Labyrinth. I don't even know if I have anything like that anymore. I just have movies that I really, really like. I can't really watch anything over and over and over again, um, because I can see them in my head. I can see everything just about that I've ever seen practically in my head. I've got a pretty good memory, and it makes it very difficult as I go on. Plus, whenever I look back at older movies, I start to get sad and think about my mortality. And it's the time that I'm actually reminded of, like, oh God, you're 44. Um, but if movies that I have seen like bunches of times, that if they were on and I had to watch them, it would be like The Shawshank Redemption. I can almost always sit through. Just about anything from Tarantino. Inception is something I can always really watch. Fight Club. I mean, I'm just listing off my favorite movies, but I'm trying to think of ones that I can just always sit. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If Pee-wee's Big Adventure is on, I could probably watch that. Like, I could just sit down and get caught up in that. Or Airplane. If Airplane's on, I'll pretty much stop what I'm doing and watch Airplane. Um, but I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I could just keep going and going and going. So rather than do that, I'm going to stop this stream here and start playing Resident Evil 2. So I will see some of you over there in just a little bit.